Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. All right. Let's see. Good morning, everybody. So we got everybody. And I don't know what I just did with my pen. And what I just do with my pen. Ugh. All right. So I got a marker. How about that? I guess that'll work, but that's not what I was aiming for. That's not what I wanted. Good morning, Renzo. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hey Nat. Good morning, Veronica. Good morning, JJ. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, and good morning. Good morning, WM. I love you. Okay. So, what a wonderful day. Now, let me log into the chat so that way I can be in. And I think whatever that is, that's TikTok, I think is going to shut off. But okay, we'll figure it out. So, guys, happy Friday, first and foremost. I'm trying to find out how to get back to where I need to get to so I can log into the space, but apparently, okay, there I am. I was going to say, well, I can't find the live myself. Like, that's not helping. Okay. Now we're in. Okay. All right, so we in the chat. So guys, first and foremost, the message I got for y'all, as y'all see, is people feel entitled to your energy. And there was a dream that I had last night that it kept replaying over and over and over again because for some reason people think that you have to talk to them, you have to be around them. And normally this is from friends, family, or energies that we interact with that kind of feel the need to kind of want to insert themselves in places. And the thing that has come to my mind is at some point in time, we have to have discernment. So that's the thing, especially when it comes to our life path and our purpose, because some of these people that feel entitled to your energy or to you are not, good morning, Prestige Girl, are not like there's an interaction that they're supposed to have with you along your pathway because the connection is made. Some people come along to help you move on to, for a season, for a reason, or for a lifetime. And I think that it's important for me right now because what I was being told was people trying to connect with you, people trying to come into your space. And you're on assignment. So when you're on assignment, there's stuff that you have to do. But we talked about the other day, people being assigned to come in. Good morning, Gabriella. People being assigned to come into you to kind of hinder you along your pathway, to try to interfere or interact or intercept. Because be mindful that the assignment, good morning, Juanita. The assignment of the enemy is to kill, steal, and destroy. And if they can get you off your pathway, or if they can get you, I didn't mean to do that. They can get you off your pathway, or they can get you put in a position of you not completing your assignment, then the enemy has won. So I think it was brought to my attention because of the fact that recently there's encounters that I have been making with people that have been brought into, an awareness of me, and me being brought in awareness of them as well. Having discernment and knowing your purpose and your assignment, some people will be inserted in to try to hold you back, to try to distract you, to try to derail you. And that's where it comes into where you having discernment helps. Good morning, Christina. So the thing that I was made aware of is a while back, one of the people that were a pivotal point in my life came into my life and they said, God told me to help you. Okay. So this person told me, God told me to help, God told them to help me, but not to touch me, because this was a male and this was many years ago. And I happened to meet this person while I was out. So it was a big deal, but the person knows how I am about God. I love God, no matter what I'm doing. And I keep explaining to y'all, just because I'm sitting here in front of y'all and I'm telling y'all about God and I'm, doing this thing, I'm by no means by far perfect in any form or fashion. But the reason why I am sitting here right now is because me going through the dark night of the soul and the thing that I went through, I threw my hand up when I said, who is to lead people out of that? Who is to direct people back from the dark place, not back into, it's from where we were either way. Cause I knew that one point in time, everything was good. Everything was fine. And then all of a sudden I was in a place where I'm trying to figure out, well, how did I get here? And everything was a little shifty and, abnormal. And I'm a person who's used to, spiritual things and, of that nature, but this was a little different. Okay. So at that point in time, this person came into my life and they used God as a way to gain access to me. So this person says, God told me to help you. God told me not to touch you, but literally, so we started, the person started helping me in a way that, good morning, Juanita. So this person actually did help me along my journey. This person literally taught me how to fish. So, and if anybody knows what that means, like a person can give you, but when a person teaches you how to do a certain thing, how to do a particular craft, or how to do something that makes you money or builds wealth for you, that's teaching you how to fish. Hi, Tidy. So, and I became very knowledgeable, and because I'm very studious. So I studied the thing that they were showing me. And every year from that point on, everything just skyrocketed. So, and that did help me. Okay. But I had to help myself also in the process, because one thing that I realized about that person in that situation, the person ended up being upset because although they did show me how to do that particular thing, I, the person that I am very studious, and I went into, I go full-fledged into the thing. So I went to the books, I found the knowledge, I did the thing that helped me progress and move forward. So when that person saw that I was advancing past them in their own field and their own entry, this person literally tried to take from me. So, and when I say take from me, I mean take from me in such a form that I was in a location, because if anybody has been listening to my story, y'all know that I live in Georgia and I don't have any family here. When I moved to Georgia, I moved to Georgia on my own. Okay. No, nobody. that person, the one that told me that God told me to help you, God told me to help you, and then they realized the blessing that I had on my life, and it was going to put me in front of them. That person then decided that God went out the window, and now they felt responsible or entitled to my blessings or to my success. No, never mind that they may have shown me the direction. Fish in a pond and only catch this many fish. Yes, they wanted me to fish in a pond. That's what Do Harm is on Twitch, and he's saying they wanted me to fish in a pond and only catch a certain amount of fish. When I started catching fish beyond them, they were upset. And this is the thing that, again, I keep trying to tell y'all. Favor ain't fair. Favor is not fair. So some people have a favor on their life that no matter what they do, they're going to excel. I just happen to be one of them people. So no matter what I do, I'm going to excel. The part of the reason why I do excel is this. It's not because I'm just magically sitting in the seat. No, it's because I put in the work. I do the thing that needs to be done in order for me to excel. He says, you go to the ocean and find there's no limitations on how many fish you can catch. Yes. So there's no limitation on what I can do once I get put in position. And that's where I keep the past messages have been saying, be mindful and be careful, because some people will help you, but they only want to help you so you don't go above them. People are trying to attach themselves to you because they see the blessing on your life. They see where you're about to go. They see the destination and the direction and how far you're now willing to take it. Because for me, I feel like the person sees you and says, hey, didn't I tell you? Yes, didn't I tell you? And so when a person uses God, and this has been a test, because everything's a test. And I've been telling you guys this whole entire time, since from the time I've been glitching, I tell y'all, go look at the videos. I'm not telling y'all or teaching y'all nothing that I haven't went through. And so the thing is, when a person says, God sent me to help you. Good morning, Keita. Good morning, Sky. Good morning, Richard. When a person says, God sent me to help you, be mindful. Be mindful, because people need access points. Okay. And if I use God because I know the person loves God, then I'll gain access. Well, been there, done that. So we're in another situation. Well, we're going to go back to that situation because I'm going to just use that situation, and then y'all can take the example for how you want it. Just because a person said, God told me to help you, and then they do the thing that God says, hey, Allie, they do the thing that God says, told them to do, that's their assignment. That does not now allow that person access to your life. Because if God actually told that person to do the thing, that's their assignment. That person, it does not get to gain, or is not now granted access into your life. At that moment, the entitlement and attempted attachments are red flags and signs that a person wasn't really there for what they stated. Yes, and that's why last night, that was what my dream kept playing over and over again. You already been here, done that. A person used God to access your life, and yes, they did do the thing. Hi, Rise. They did do the thing that God told them to do, which is show you the thing. But then after that, now they said, I showed you that. I am responsible for your success. They forgot that they said from the beginning, God sent you. God sent me. God sent me to do this thing for you. And so it kept replaying over and over in my mind because, good morning, Maria. The other part is, Oh, good morning, do harm too. I see I'm reading your stuff. I didn't tell you good morning. So the other part is to be mindful, because if God sent you to help me and now I go this way, was it God sending you to help me, or were you trying to gain access to me? It's an amazing morning, do harm. So this is the thing. So now there's people being sent. God told me to help you. And so I noticed that there is also, yes, it's an amazing and glorious morning. Yes, 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 sir. So when people start to bring themselves and saying that God told me to help you, that's fine, because God does send people and put people in position to help you. There's some people that God told to help you that is not going to help you. They're not going to help you. They can hear it. They're not going to help you unless God come and lay inside their body, and then that's when they're going to help you. But they can hear it 1,000 times over. They're not going to do the thing. And so be mindful, because when them people insert themselves into your life, pay attention, because just like Duharm said, a red flag, there's some red flags it's flag on the plate right now for me, for some people, only because if you are placed in position, and this is where I'm telling y'all, when I tell y'all on the channel that the minute you feel it is when it happened, there is no taking it back, there is no going back, and God is saying pay attention. Pay attention. So flag on the play. God sent you to help me. God told you to do something for me. And that's it. That's all. Any access or anything else that I give you is going to be based off of what God tells me to access and allow you to do. Because some people also wish to be selfish with you, like with your energy, with your time, and with your attention. And I told y'all, the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. Just because a person does something for you or gives you something that basically God told them to do, that's your test. It's not mine. That's your test. It's not mine. So now I'm sitting in a position where I'm saying there's people that are being sent. And in my mind, I know for a fact that it is either for me to direct you to where you're supposed to be, which is your soul tribe, your soul family, because of the fact that, excuse me, I'm sitting in the position, having the platform, and it don't have to be me that does it. It doesn't have to be me that does it. It could be somebody else, like whoever resonates with you on your level or on your pathway. But I need for people to have some discernment, because literally last night it was a thing where replaying over and over and over and over and over and over and over in my dream, somebody is being sent, or somebody was sent, saying God sent them to help me. Monitoring spirits, I keep trying to tell y'all, monitoring spirits are real. And it's not the person, it's the spirit in the person. It's the demon. Good morning, Amber. Amber, I'm sorry. Good morning, Amber. Good morning, Natasha. It's the spirit in the person. So you can forgive the person for even attempting to try, and some people are trying to gain access and information. So I'm gonna tell y'all, yesterday something happened, which again, y'all have to be mindful that these people who are saying God sent them to help you could also be sent by the enemy, because the enemy does know scripture as well. And maybe even the test for me and saying, are you going to ignore the red flags because God told you to do something? Now this person is here, because like I told y'all even before, if God send one, he'll send two. If God send two, he'll send four. So even if the first thing shows up, sometimes the first thing isn't the thing that we're supposed to take. because now it's been a thing where people are trying to access me. People are trying to, like I told y'all, even it's something as simple as some flowers. They look pretty sitting here, but technically, I mean, everything that's sent to harm you isn't big, bad, or spooky. You see what I'm saying? It could be as simple as this set of flowers sitting right here. This is an attachment that I just made with somebody. And literally somebody else now goes in my account and the person is saying, oh, well, we saw, that you did this advertisement and we would now like for you, because you're such a good person, to do this, that, and the third, but something about it is not giving me the best of vibes, which is making me say, no, I'm not doing it. Why? Why do I have to? All money ain't good money, and certain things are just not meant to be attached to you or connected to you. And I feel like that's one of the things, because once I grant this person access to something, they're in. And now they have officially created a connection and a tie that allows them access to my benefits, and y'all have to be mindful that that's a thing. That's a real thing. Once you allow it in, that's a tether. And sometimes those specific tethers could potentially damage you in a way that you couldn't even imagine. Someone put a spell on a crystal they gave me since I threw it out. The curse is gone. Yes. There are books written about lucid dreaming, and it's well documented. Yes, it's definitely well documented. But again, because I'm talking to y'all, and that's the thing. There's a young lady that I spoke to yesterday. Wonderful energy. And I accidentally FaceTimed her, not realizing, because somebody was sending stuff to my phone, and I'm looking at my phone and I'm like, and that's what I'm saying. The connection, the energy, it was an energy drain that was trying to happen yesterday, but the access point is coming through and coming from somebody that's now compromised. That energy is now compromised. And when I see that you're compromised, now that's a red flag to me. And it's not no judgment on anybody's behalf, because as all of y'all, I'm talking to all of y'all, and I tell every single one of y'all, I don't care where you at. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care. I just don't care. It's not my judgment. When God grants you access, who am I to take it away? I'm sitting here in position because of what happened to me and what I'm now throwing my hand up to. But if you gain access to me and you're doing whatever you're doing, one, I'm not going to judge. But two, what I'm also not going to do is allow whatever it is that you're doing to now drag me in a position, because I know how to let go. And so I made a connection yesterday, which I know the young lady that I made a connection with, like I said, beautiful energy, wonderful energy. And the reason why I ended up, I accidentally hit the phone because I was trying to call or figure out what the other person was talking about. And I got redirected to somebody else. So good morning, Devin. So I know yesterday I was, y'all seen a lot of readings go up. I'm trying to give y'all other people's energy because y'all have a lot more things in y'all chart. And literally it's been a thing about everybody asking about personal readings. And I want y'all to know that although I'm not doing it's 1616, I'm still not doing the personal readings like that. For that, I'm doing them for tier 3. And the tiers, I'm starting to put more stuff in there, but y'all know the energy has been weird, but I put some stuff in there for y'all yesterday. But I am going to set up scheduling to do spiritual healing, because I have a certification in that. So what that entails is you can do 30 minutes or an hour or whatever. It's face-to-face, one-on-one with me. Depending upon which one you choose, then you'll receive a book that helps you, like a journal or something, to go along with whatever it is that we're going over. And you can either do one session or you could do packages also. But I feel like that's the best way to go, because I made a commitment to God that I wouldn't do the personal readings, because I'm not a sideshow at all. So I gotta be mindful of gifts and talents, or I'm not a sideshow experiment. So that's the reason why I'm not doing it. But for tier 3, I'm giving it away as a gift because and sometimes insight is needed. But at this point, I gotta be more serious with myself, and I will do the spiritual healing. So if that's something that somebody wants to, talk about or do, you can talk to me about whatever it is you're talking about, and I'll give you the insight that I have or whatever it is that I feel, and we're gonna go from there. We're gonna keep it cute and mute, okay, on that. But if you're trying to gain access to a personal reading or anything, then you need to gain access to my channel, which is become a channel member, and they have like packets as low as like $3, because even when I did personal readings, they was $100. So no matter how long you are in the membership, I think that the highest one, I don't even know, it might be $9. So just imagine you getting a free reading that costs $100 because you paid $9. And so, and I post like there's spiritual baths, there's all types of stuff. Like when I'm finding out information, and there's readings that I post in there that are specifically for the tier members, and I'm gonna get better at going in there. But what y'all have to remember is the free reading is worth way more than what y'all paying for the membership. So, but if y'all want to do spiritual healing with me, I'm totally here for it, and I'll put the link in there, so then that way you can go in and you can book a session with me, and we can talk about whatever you want to talk about, and you have me at your disposal. We'll do the FaceTime, and we'll go from there. Happy Friday, everybody. And y'all, please, if anybody feels led to, please donate to the GoFundMe for the RV, because I keep telling y'all it's not here yet, and so it's not over till the fat lady sings. So it's not over until y'all see the video goes up saying that it has shown up and everything is everything, because we ain't counting no chickens until they hatch. But also I know that no matter what happens, what's supposed to be is going to happen regardless of the fact of what happens. Okay, so that's one thing. And the simple fact that it was even displayed in that form or fashion lets me know that everything is going the way that it's supposed to go. Yes, Devin, Laurel said, give people an inch and they'll take a mile. Yes. Praise be to the Most High. Yes. Ali Mack, I saw this guy on TikTok who was talking about being kind and to always be humble. And on the wall above him was a neon sign, glut God. What does that mean? Glut God, and a crown symbol. I mean, he's advertising that he's fake. Oh, okay. I don't know what glut God means though. Which channel? Which channel for what, Amber Breeze? Are you asking Ali Mack the question? But so that's what I wanted to come to you and tell you. People feel entitled to your energy, and they're not entitled to your energy. They're not entitled to you. What you wish to give. Good morning, Ricardo. What you're willing to give, what you like, because there's boundaries that need to be set up. And again, people will use God to say, oh, but be mindful. The devil knows scripture, just so you know. He once was an angel. Oh, Amber Breeze, the membership, you just have to find one of the members' videos. And like it. Anybody that's a member, who's in here that's a member? Anybody that's a member, can y'all tell them how to do it? Because I think that it should be a sign that says, or a button that says join, join to be a channel member right on the front screen. If that's not it, then I know you can actually click on one of the members' videos that are there, and that's how you become a member. And like I said, I'm getting better at posting stuff in there. Like there's stuff in there already, and I will get used to, because I'm trying to get used to my schedule of everything that I got to do with lives, readings, and now adding, all this other stuff along with it, and dealing with energy that's being sent and thrown and all types of other stuff, because people think they're so powerful and they can, go above God and this, that, and the third. I don't get it, but not my cross to bear. They can do what they want. Sadly, Eugenia, who's dying from anorexia, was talking to him. I don't know who that is. Yes, the funding will come at the perfect time, and you will be blessed by sharing your gifts with us. Yes, and so that's what I'm saying. I'm not concerned about the thing. The fact of the matter is that once I posted and somebody said that God sent them to help, That was all I needed right there. That was the confirmation. And I said that to y'all the same exact day. So if y'all don't remember me saying that, I said that to y'all that day. No matter what happens with that, I know it's going to come anyway. That person was just used as a confirmation. So that's not even the issue. And there's not an issue that's happening with it, but there was an issue when that don't grant nobody access to me. So just so we're clear with everybody, if you come up saying God told you to give me something or God told you to do something, that's not granting you access to me. Regardless of whether or not you think that that's what it's supposed to do, it's not. So if you're trying to use that, or if you're going to use that, be mindful that if you do give it because God told you to give it, that's your assignment. It's not my assignment. That was your assignment. That's something that you and God are working out. So don't try to insert yourself here. If I get the message from God saying, okay, well, that's the person, or this person did that, or if I choose to engage with you, that's for me. And I will only choose to engage with you up until I'm told to go in the other direction. Because I keep trying to tell y'all, I go in the other direction real quick. I done said it. I go in the other direction of people real quick. When it's not peaceful, I gotta go. Like, I didn't move all the way to a different state because I just felt like being in a different state. Because I mean, I love everything about my house. I've been here since 2012 and I still don't have people that I know that I just hang out with and say, oh, that's my friend. I don't do that. I move because I'm in my house. It's peaceful. I like peacefulness. When people start inserting themselves and it starts to be like the little minion type thing, and now you're trying to trigger me, I don't like that. I'm going to go this way. God know I'm going to go that way. Sometimes God got to drag me back because God is saying, okay, well, you know, because that happened as well. There was a person that showed up and apparently God was trying to grant that person, you know, space in a situation, but the person kept triggering me in a way that I'm not ready for right now. Literally, I just told y'all, I just went through the dark night of the soul. I volunteered to sit here and be the guiding light to help everybody to figure out how we get to the other side. But I didn't volunteer for me to now be your access point to try to invite demons and devils to me, because no, thank you. No, thank you. And just so we're all clear, I know how to deal with the demons and devils that I'm assigned to. I was just married to one. I literally just told y'all, go look at the video. It's in there. I literally was just married to one. That was my assignment. I got released. Go with God. I'm good. So if I get assigned to another one that I know is definitely a demon, I got my own demons. I'm not going to deal with yours. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all, like, when y'all show up and y'all doing whatever, and everybody's compelled because everybody has to tell. Everybody has to tell whatever it is that they're doing. Like I'm telling y'all right now, that ain't my assignment. It's not my assignment to judge you. That's not my assignment. God love you regardless of where you are, whether or not you in a deep dark, or whether you in a full-fledged light. God love you no matter where you are. So don't let nobody tell you nothing different. And there's some people that's coming that are in the deep dark. So they still gonna be doing stuff. I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to judge you. I'm going to accept the responsibility because the only way you got here, the only way you were able to access that threshold, because I keep trying to tell y'all, I'm in spiritual witness protection. Don't ask me what I did to get here. Don't ask me why I'm sitting here. But literally before you get to me, they're going to do something to you. I promise you. And I keep saying, why would y'all put yourself in that predicament? But people keep trying to access me and keep coming near me. And then when something happened to them, they like, oh, well, but I warned you. I warned you. So why are you doing that to yourself? Why are you trying to insert people into that situation? Because I be trying to protect people so much that if y'all literally go look at my channels and my Instagram and everything else, I won't follow nobody because literally the people that I was following, they attacked my children. So I won't even follow my own children, because if I end up even trying to access anybody else, for some reason they go on go mode. Why? I don't know. So I'll be trying to protect y'all. But then there's still some people that say, okay, I'm going to access, like I said, I've been keeping the other people, the people that have been coming close to me that I am, communicating with, I'll be trying to keep them people very protected. That's why I don't really say too much when it comes to certain, but sometimes people say, okay, I can handle it. I'm going to be okay. That's fine. You can handle it, but be mindful. Y'all already been warned. Don't ask me why it's happening. I don't know. I'm supposed to sit here and do my job. That's all I do. Sit here, do my job, and try to take care of myself, mind my own business. I'm not in no mess, single, celibate, sober. I don't go outside. I ain't in the streets. I'm not doing none of that. I go outside the ground. I go, grocery shopping. I do what I need to do. And that's it. That's it. That's all. I'm a very peaceful person. I don't know why certain things are happening. All I know is when I woke up in a dark place, I was going to get up out of there. I had to get up out of there because that wasn't my energy. That wasn't where I needed to be. And as I was going through it, I'm saying, who was supposed to come help me? Because I was told to ask for my soul tribe. Where's my soul tribe at? And so I literally keep trying to explain to y'all what happened. And again, I did playlists for y'all. The playlists are there. So if you look between the playlist that says, I went through the dark night of the soul, those freaking collective readings and Pisces readings, y'all can see it. Y'all can see it. Even right now, there's a spirit right now running rampant on YouTube, and I'm going to tell y'all what it is. Sally Eugene, who's dying from anorexia, was talking about it. Yes, the funding will come. I read that. It's not, when you click it, doesn't allow your gifts with us. See what I'm saying? They keep trying to do stuff to block me. It's not, and when you click it, doesn't allow. Please check it. I mean, I'll try to check it, but it's something that's happening with my channel, and I keep talking to YouTube about something that's happening with my channel. Literally, I went through and found that there were people that have accessed my channel behind the scenes as if I granted them access. I never granted them access, which is also why we here to this, my point. Spiritually, something's happening on YouTube. And if y'all haven't noticed, it's a lot of people like kind of going, like the energy is high. They doing a lot of telling all their business, and like it's in a very erratic form or fashion. It's a spell. They're under a spell. So I done seen it happen on several different channels, and with several different people. And then, like I said, you'll notice the comments get turned off. It's a whole bunch of stuff being attacked, and this, that, and the third. They're gonna have to attack me out in public because I ain't turning my comments off. All the stuff that they've been doing, I screen record and I post and I send right to YouTube and everything else. When the person threatened me on YouTube, I reported it. So at the end of the day, they're not gonna be able to do nothing to me undercover because it's not gonna be that way. That's why, like, when you going through the spiritual dark night of the soul and things, they try to get you away from people or try to get you to always think that everything is everybody's after you. Everybody after you. Don't get it messed up, but not everybody's after you. You see what I'm saying? And you can't get help because of the fact that that erratic behavior makes people think that you're crazy. And so Letitia Gateway, say that, gotta go. Hey, Letitia, good morning. Hey, Christina, good morning, everyone. Hey, I'm here, but I'm gonna be listening, getting ready to, but I'm here. Okay, yes, hi. Okay, so Amber, I don't know how, I could tell YouTube about it, but we'll figure it out. Laurel, good morning, Laurel. Neighbor drama, live free, or I will only share my energy with those who show they are good people. Yes. Letitia Gateway, I have definitely been calling my energy back because it's been weird lately. Yes, as you stated, new level, new devil. Yes. And then the thing is, who said that? I will only share my energy with good people. Live free or die. And that's also having discernment, because guess what? It's 1919, y'all, is there. Some people are going to say they're a good person. And meanwhile, you got to have some discernment, because just because it looks good behind the scenes, they be nasty energies. That's why, even though I'm sitting here, like I tell you, I'm on social media, but I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. I'll be cussing. I cuss. That's one of the things. There's more, but at the end of the day, it's like certain things are people's business, certain things are not people's business. So that's some discernment on that as well. Devin, you're speaking some real talk. I got people that want to come into my life, but they don't understand. I can't let them get it. Yes. Let's see. Let them get close to me. I'm not acting funny. God has me protected. Yes. And so having some discernment, it's like there's a lot of people who you'll see outright, they, nice, clean cut. They look like this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, they be the ones that's doing the worst behind the scenes. So, and just because I sit here and that's also a thing. Just because I sit here in front of you, don't grant you access to everything in my life, because everything in my life is not your business. But one thing that I do know is, if in fact it does, anything gets, whatever let out or whatever that y'all seem to think, talk to God about it. Don't talk to me about it, because I'm grown, and I also sit here knowing that God saw me. So I'm not going to act like, oh, I'm just this or I'm just that. God saw me. And why you in my business anyway? And who told you you could judge me for anything? Because I'm not judging you for nothing. That's the thing. Now, if I'm doing something like, I don't even know what, because again, I have a healthy fear of God. I know that anything I'm doing, God's watching. So I'm not just going to go, if it goes against my moral compass, I'm not going to do that. But I'm not doing it because you watching. I'm doing it because that's within me. That's within me. There's people who will do stuff like, say, for instance, a person, and, I'm going to just say this, tries to give you something, like, pour something in your drink, because they're under spiritual attack now by an entity, a demon. I'm not going to do that if that's not in me. You see what I'm saying? Only a person that has that in them can be led to do that. So that means that person has that energy in them anyway. Because there was stuff during the dark night of the soul that they told me, and I'm saying, get somebody else to do it, because I'm not doing that. Like, why are you saying that? They want you to be weak, because again, they don't want you to be here. Those spirits want you to not be here. And meanwhile, I'm saying, this is the best time of my life. Why would I not want to be here? Like, spiritually, I have leveled up so much. Why would I not want to be here? Mentally, physically, spiritually, I have leveled up so much. Why would anybody think that they could send me any thoughts or anything else that would make me feel like I don't love my life? I love my life. I also love my life so much that I know, like, the next phase of my life is untouchable. So why would I not want to experience that? Because somebody did something to me that might not have been the best of feelings, but guess what? It was the lesson. I had to go through it. I had to see it. I had to be released from whatever that was, whatever that tie was, whatever that connection was, whatever that was. I had to be released from it. I'm not sorry that it happened. Because if I say I'm sorry that happened, it would almost say I don't like who I am now, and I'm freaking amazing. Like, the connection that I have with God, the connection that I have in myself, I'm freaking amazing. So if I had to go through that, if I had to go through the fire in order for my soul, my whatever, to be purified, and for me to burn those strings and those connections, I'm cool with it. I'm okay. And if you know me, guess what? I burn bridges. I don't mind, because guess what? I'm a free spirit, and I'm a person who, I know how to get it done. I know how to get it done. So when I tell you, I like the match standing right on the bridge, and look at you while it's there. So what? So when a person thought that they could hurt me by doing this, that, or third, you can't hurt me with nothing. You hurt yourself. I promise you. There's nothing you could do that's going to hurt me. Everything that you do is a reflection of you, not a reflection of me. definitely keep so they can talk to their mom about it. And then this is the other part that I keep saying. I'm a person that loves. Can't nobody know anybody that knows me knows I'm a person that loves. I'm a person that keeps on loving. And the same way I love that person, the last person is gonna be, I'm gonna love another person 10 times more than that. Okay. But the thing is, and this is my question. If your mama don't love you, why you want me to do something that your own mom didn't do? That's what I want to know. You want me to go above and beyond when the person that pushed you out didn't care about you. So the thing is, that says to me that you don't know the example of love. You don't know what love is anyway, because you didn't experience it, because the person that pushed you out didn't care about you. And so when people have that, that type of trauma, there's nothing I can do about that. You see what I'm saying? Because that's something that's in it. And I'm not trying to be smart and I'm not trying to be funny. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Because when people don't have, like, my mom loved me. And I still say my brother's over there, and I call my brother my mom's good son. Literally because he was the last one. But nothing in me don't tell me that my mom didn't love me. My mom did the best she could. But what she had, she didn't have the handbook to earth. And if she came from what her mom was, because my mom tells me stories about her mom. It has told me stories about her mom. My mom was nothing like her mom to me, which, and I still have my things. I still have my things because everything wasn't perfect. I still have my, as they call your trauma or whatever, but I don't have childhood trauma. Right now I have adult trauma because the whole thing just triggered me. So that's what that was. I'm a full-grown adult. And yes, there was stuff from my childhood that may have been a direct result of who the person that I was. And I guess that's what they call that. But sometimes people just need to be accountable. my brother over there saying he a gangster. He's a gangster, but we ended up talking, and y'all, literally, to get an understanding from the oldest child to the youngest child is freaking amazing, because you see what I just did? From the oldest child to the youngest child, and then to get an understanding. Because it was off balance. I was the oldest, he's the youngest. There's an age difference between me and him, which says that who my mom was here is not the same person she was here. So me and my brother came to an understanding of, we didn't have the same parents. We have the same parents. We got the same mom and same dad, literally the same mother and the same father. But who my dad was at that time is not who my dad was when my brother came along. You see what I'm saying? So you can live in the same house and be siblings with the same mom, the same dad, and y'all still not have the same experience in life. It's just a thing. Right. And I'm not ashamed to do anything that has happened. Or yes, anything that has happened, it happened. And guess what? It makes me who I am right now. Everything that I went through, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. And there's people that will project their whatever it is, because somebody will say, oh, she's, WH. So was your mom. So if anything that I've ever done, you can consider me to be, because I had fun when I was younger. Yes, I did. I'm gonna have fun now, and I don't care who know about it. Mind your business. When I'm released from whatever it is that I need to be released from, I'm gonna do what I want. And if you feel some type of way about it, please don't talk to me about it. Go talk to God, because then that way he'll tell you that you're in business that don't belong to you. That's a grown woman with grown body parts to herself. What I do is not up for judgment on anybody. As long as I'm not bothering you, why are you worried about it? Matter of fact, the best thing you could do is go to God about it. And maybe if it's something that will, needs to be changed or anything, if you go to God about it, maybe he might talk to me about it. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to go through a higher authority. It's like when people tell me, you work for a person, somebody works for a person. Hey, Joshua, good morning. And sometimes I feel like if I go to your job and you be in a certain type of way, I don't even want to talk to you because you got a manager. So I'm going to just go to your manager and let your manager know that you suck as a person. So God is my manager. Go to God about it, please. I could have went to your mom about you being what you are, but I didn't. You can go to my mom about it. My mom will tell you the same thing. Mind your business. Mind your business. Y'all have to be mindful that at the end of the day, the thing that we're supposed to be doing is focusing on ourselves, getting ourselves in alignment, and making sure that we are protecting our energy, creating boundaries and borders, and with love. Because at the end of the day, everything done in love, everything done in for your highest good. That's the thing. And so I'm not here to judge nobody. If you come to me or you feel led to me and we get on the phone, I don't care what you're doing. I don't care what you're doing. It's not my place to judge you. Period. Because if you gained access because you were granted access in heaven, not here. Because again, I'm going to tell y'all, God know I'll go this way real fast. And that's just for real. Because I don't want to deal with people's energy. I don't want to deal with people's mess. And I'm not going to deal with it. I just don't have to. I got kids. I literally have kids that I can go play with. I got grandkids that I can go play with. I'm not going to play with grown people. And so that's where the thing is, like, you don't have to allow people to do that, because some people will come to try to play in your face and they're going to use God to do it. And then when they get the very thing that, because God saw them too. And then when they get the very thing that they was asking for, then all of a sudden it's a you problem. You the problem. No, you knew you was wrong when you came here with that. When you started that, God saw you. He knew your intentions. He knew you was wrong. Takes a strong person to say what you're saying, because no harm or loss. As a living man, I can understand God's law. Fact. For this claimant of this noun, time, knowledge is the claimant of his life. Listen, at this point in time, if y'all have not realized that it's so much stuff being exposed, and so many people basically like getting held accountable for the thing that they are doing or the thing that they have done, why are you trying to hide anything from people? Why are you worried about? Matter of fact, why are you worried about what people say? That's the thing. There's no point. They don't have a heaven or hell to put you in. And as long as you're a good person by your standards, because what somebody else thinks is a good person ain't my problem. I know I got to go in front of God the same way y'all got to go in front of God. So as long as I know that I'm a good person and I do good things, and that's all I'm worried about. That's all I'm worried about. But just so people can understand and people can know, it's not for me to have to allow for a person to think that if you're using God, that's going to be your access point to me, because it's not. And I wish for y'all the same exact thing, that you realize, because the thing is different for you. What you think is success is not what I think is success. What somebody else thinks is success is not what it's everybody's level is different. So that's what I'm saying. So as far as what you have set up as your boundaries, don't let people play in your face and cross your boundaries. Excuse me. But just know that everything is a test, because now I'm being tested with the same exact thing. People are trying to use God, but been there, done that. I just had a whole person, and literally I can say that person changed my life. That person also just did the most, like some real weird, and it's not even the person that I was just married to. This is somebody before them. This is the person I was with before, like 2 days before I married the other person, thinking that other person was, somebody. But either way, the person that really actually changed my life was somebody that was way different than anybody that I ever thought I would date in life. Who that? Tiffany. Hello, Tiffany. Use common sense, good judgment, be mindful of your actions, and act with kindness and caution. Yes. Hello, all. Have an amazing day full of peace and good food. Listen up because she always speaks facts. Tiffany, that's all I got. And that's why I tell y'all what happened to me, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to tell you what happened to somebody else. I'm telling y'all because I know what happened to me. And it may be the same story. What happened, Duharm? It may be the same story or the same scenarios, but we go through the same, the same stuff, but not the same stuff. And if I can help somebody, what happened, Duharm? Because I can't see what the emoji is. Happy Friday, Tidy. Walk with God. No one can stop you. It's scary when pianos fall from the sky and buses crash. If that don't pull the fear of God into you, that you did already. Yes. Being honest and upfront and always say please and thank you. So that very thing that you talking about, Tidy, certain things are just done. Oh, and this was the thing that what she said, walk with God. No one can stop you. It's scary when pianos fall from the sky and buses crash. If that don't put the fear of God into you, then you did already. Okay. So the thing was, and it was talking about Judas in the Bible, right? That's the Pinocchio emoji after judging. I'm judging. I'm not judging. Oh, 2 days before. Oh, 2 days before. Oh, see, they scrolled up. I didn't see what you said up there. That's why. 2 days before, I'm judging. He not judging, y'all. Let me let you know he's the most non-judgmental person, so he ain't judging. He just saying that. He put the Pinocchio after. I just missed it. So Judas in the Bible. So I was getting ready to say a necessary evil. Some people don't realize that they are a necessary evil. Or you might not realize that certain people are a necessary evil. Because this is one thing that I have actually happened. And people might say, that's, I don't need that. I don't want that. It didn't have to go this way. It didn't have to go that way, this, that, and the third. Yes, it did. Because be mindful. Think about a time when somebody did something wrong to you, right? And you saying, I didn't have to go through that. Why did I have to do, whatever. And then 6 months later to a year later, you figure out why that had to happen. Because if this thing hadn't happened, this person that was put in your way to block you, if they hadn't had to happen, you would have took that detour to go a different direction and then fall into the very blessing that God was trying to put you in. It didn't happen to me. It definitely has happened to me. And right now, I feel like it's happened again. Because yes, a person just tried to do something to me. A person's trying to do something to me, not realizing, just like I told y'all in that reading, somebody tried to set you up and it set you up. It elevated you. It turned out to be a blessing. That's the thing that when they say, I was getting ready to say something about the very hole that they dug for you, they end up falling in. That's one thing as well, because we have to be mindful that when people do stuff, it's because it was in them. They were going to do it anyway because that's the thing that's in them. And so God knew they were going to do it. So now they have to be accountable for the thing that they did because that's karma for them. But the thing that they did set your destination, your compass, your moral compass, or your compass on the road to now put you in position. And quite frankly, I'm going to say thank you. You see what I'm saying? So thank you. I don't have no ill will or anything else because thank you. How could you be mad at somebody that set you up for greatness? I was mad when I realized that, you tried to do that to me. But at the end of the day, you set me up for the next thing. And now I also realize that I don't have the attachments that I have to take somebody that's going to try to hinder or harm with me. Like I'm not sleeping with the enemy. I don't have to sleep with the enemy any longer because you just revealed that that's what you are. Thank you. And furthermore, even when it comes to love life and relationships, don't y'all want somebody around that belongs there? Somebody that is designed for you, somebody that God sent for you. Because as of now, in the position that I'm sitting here, I know that not just any random man is going to be able to come into my vicinity, in my direction. He's just not going to do it. So at this moment, sitting where I'm sitting, I'm about to receive the love of my life. But I also have already received the love of my life. I found me. I found God. I always had God, but literally I found a newfound, like the energy and everything is just different. The air around the situation is different. So I found me. And I'm still finding me. So that's the other part. I'm not all the way 100% there yet, but I'm still finding me. And the me that I'm finding right now is not easily triggered by other people's nonsense, because I don't have to deal with you. I don't got to talk to you. I don't have to, none of that. Nobody told me I got to. It's people that keep trying to get me to talk to them. People keep going in my inbox. People keep trying in this. No, because I literally know you are sent by the devil to kill, steal, and destroy. Because I don't know how many times I got to say, I'm not talking to nobody until after my divorce is final. I don't got no rap for you. So anybody asking me to, can you please just let me to get to know you? Can you, good morning, sweetheart, this, that, and the third. Save it for your mom. Do it to your mom. Send that to your mom. She could possibly use it. Because I'm sure she's sitting there with nobody to love her. Give it back to her. And that's not being mean or anything. It's just that if you can find love outside of that and you know that your mom didn't love you properly, give it back to her because maybe she needs it. Don't be in my inbox trying to sweet talk me because I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm just not. And I don't need it because literally I got it for myself. And just so you're aware, when I'm saying give it to your mom, that goes for my kids too. Because guess what? My kids actually call me and tell me that they love me. So I'm not saying it just for y'all. I'm saying it even for me. My son literally called me the other day and said, Mom, first he told me he loved me. And then he said, I just want you to know, I feel like amazing things are going to happen for you. My youngest child said that to me, that they feel like amazing things are happening for me. So give it to your mom. It's encouragement. Because even no matter how I was feeling, the fact of the matter is my son calling me and saying that to me made my freaking day. Because I'm sitting over here like, okay, I don't know what's happening because literally spiritual witness protection. I mean, can we like figure out what's happening? But even my son calling me saying that made my day. It set me up to have an amazing day. So it might sound funny. It's like when I say go with God. Go with God always choose God. But when you get on my nerves, I'm going to say go with God and you take it how it resonates, okay? So a lot of the things that I'll be saying, I really be meaning. However you want to bring it is however you could take it. You see what I'm saying? Yes, Natasha, it was. Manchurian candidate, honor yourself. That's how I feel about my divorce. I feel like just because my husband is being morally wrong doesn't mean I have to. Yes. And I done had somebody to just tell me a whole bunch of stuff. And mind you, came out of nowhere, just inserting themselves into, business. And I'm saying, I don't care. Why are you sending me information? Like, I don't care. The person wanted to have a reaction or response. I don't care. And I'm going to tell y'all again, we don't live on the same realm. Tell your people that you live on Twitch, that I'm live on Twitch, if they can go follow you there as well, because you're on the road to 100 subscribers. Okay, so yeah, if y'all are on Twitch, please follow me because I'm on the road to 100 subscribers. I'm definitely live on there, and normally I go live on there first. So yeah, help a sister out. And what I was doing was, when I be recording the readings, sometimes I actually go live on Twitch, so they actually see the readings first. Okay, so just a little FYI in case y'all wanted to know that. But nothing that I'm telling y'all am I exempting myself. So when I'm saying that about the little men's being my DM, go tell your mom. Please go tell your mom, because I'm sure she needs it. And again, sometimes you have to be the change that is needed. So if you're the change that is needed because they didn't give you a hug, that, and I feel like, listen, y'all don't realize how important a hug is. So if you were not hugged when you were younger, I feel like you could have been set up for failure a little bit, because a hug is an important thing. A person hugging you can change your life. I was in the truck. This was a couple months ago, when I was actually, probably about a year ago anyway now, because the time is flying so fast. God is putting the right people, right love in my life. I just found me. She's amazing. New version. I feel the same way. I'm grateful for these lessons. You have been a blessing to me since I started following you. Thank you, Devin. I totally appreciate you guys. I totally appreciate you for that. But y'all are a blessing to me as well. So I'm not going to sit here and act like I got all the facts and the this, that, and the third. Y'all are a blessing to me because y'all are continuing to keep pushing me, and y'all are the reason why I even show up. And yesterday I wanted to show up, but somehow I got caught up, and it was just ended up being a day and a day and a day. And then I was literally being worked on, because that message came from me having to know. I don't have to grant people access to me just because they showed up and said, God said. God said for me to do this. So if God said for you to do it, and now I still don't do whatever it is that you want me to do, or you put yourself in predicament with me, that lets me know that God didn't tell you that, and you were just trying to gain access to me. So that's why it was a thing that I was being worked on with that. And so yesterday, because everything is a test, I still go through tests as well, because they're saying you already saw that in a person. You already saw that in a person. And so now the person trying to insert themselves, but not only insert themselves, but also insert other people. Well, first of all, you should be glad you're here. That's the thing. Because I'm glad I'm here. And I don't know who's supposed to come near me. I don't know who's supposed to be around. I don't know, because I don't know what's happening. All I know is I'm being held for a time. The good thing about me is I don't question. Like, when God tells me to do something, I don't question. I just do it. You want to know why? Because I explained to y'all, I'm also a person that fell from grace already. I was young and I fell from grace already. So do you know what happens when you fall from grace and you get let back in? I'm thankful to be back in. I'm glad to be here. I promise you, I'm glad to be here. Because when I got kicked out for doing stuff that I wasn't supposed to be doing and helping people that I wasn't supposed to be helping, it's hard out here for a pimp. That's a real thing. And so when you have a gift that you could speak to the universe, and the universe just opens up for you and does stuff for you in a way that it don't for other people, and then you lose that, it's not a happy place to be in, because literally it's then a struggle. And when you're asking God for answers and he say, oh, you so smart, you do it, figure it out. Well, I can't figure it out, God, I need help. Oh, now all of a sudden you need help, but there is no help. Figure it out, because you're so great. And when you're so great, figure it out. Well, guess what? I started figuring it out, and it wasn't because I was so great. I started figuring it out because I didn't have no other choice. And then I also realized that when I thought I fell from grace, even at that time, the whole time God was still on my coattail, still allowing me to stay steady and sturdy, still pointing me in the right direction. And then when I finally grasped the thing that, okay, it was never me way, then all of a sudden, yeah, I've been here. I've been here watching you. I've been here watching you figure it out. It was the hardest task that I have ever done up until here. Now this is the hardest task you see what I'm saying? So it was hard then, but actually what happened then was actually preparing me for now. Because when I got sat down and I'm saying I don't have the tools, it's because there's an ad running. That's what that is. Because I see it playing right there. When now something else happens that is the hardest, then you realize that part back there wasn't the hardest. Because imagine waking up and not knowing where you are. Like you're still here, but nothing feels real. Everything is now different. The world is different. The information is different. The people are different. Imagine that. And some of y'all can imagine it. Your perspective is amazing and so illuminating. Always grateful. Thank you, Laurel. Joshua calibrating. Definitely calibrating, Joshua. Natasha, appreciate. You don't have to deal with the people bringing anxiety, negative energy, questioning your heart and spirituality. So many energy vampires will try to dry your light. Yes. That's how I feel about my divorce. I feel like just because my husband is being, yes, I read that. That's Precious got you say that. It's skipping and matters concerning the heart are the hardest. Yes. But see, this is the thing. Mine didn't have anything to do with my heart because even still to this day, I still love that person. Good morning, Chandra. Even to this day, I still love that person. But I also know that you can't have access to me no more. We don't exist on the same realm. And thank you for the lesson. So my heart is still fully intact. And that's the thing where I think that most people would have thought, oh, well, because somebody said this to me one time. You're never going to love again because of what happened to you. Somebody said, oh, that person did a number on you. Excuse me. What number? Because until y'all see me in my next relationship with the next person, you'll realize there was no number done. I did what I was supposed to have done. I did what I was supposed to have done. Show the person true love. Because again, if your mama don't love you, how you gonna know how to do that? How you gonna know who loves you really if the person that birthed you kicked you out of the womb? You want me to do something that your own mom didn't do. And then you want to judge it as if you know how it's supposed to be done. What you want me to do? So if my love is not good enough for you, please, by all means, go get that elsewhere. So I still love the person. That's not going to go away because I know how to unconditionally love. It's like saying if my kids did something wrong, then I'm not love my kids. That's a lie. You still love your children. No matter what happens, you still love. If you love somebody, you unconditionally, you always going to love them. But that don't mean they need access to you, and that don't mean that they now can pull on your energy. It's a no for me. You don't get to pull on my energy. You don't get to try to force me to be anything other than off this realm. We can't exist. We can't exist on the same plane, period. And that's just a fact. I talked to God about it. I didn't have to go to nobody else and tell nobody else. I went straight to God. We can't exist on the same plane. We just can't. And that's it. That's all. So I'm going to keep elevating my frequency until I feel like that energy is just dissipated. That's what I'm going to do. So even when people come along trying to trigger and trying to do this, trying to do that, please go with God. Take it how it feels, because listen, go with God. But what you're not going to do is come over here and interrupt my peace. I'm not doing that. That is not what I was assigned to. I'm not taking on that assignment. And if y'all heard me the other day, I don't even take on that assignment with my kids. My kids, once they get 18 years old, I give them back to God. If they start doing some stuff that triggers me, I ain't talking to them either, because they can go to their daddy about it. When they get back on the right track, they can come back into my space. But that's also the same thing with them. If I say something, or I expect the same from them. Because what if I open my mouth out of turn and I try not to do this, even when they have relationships with people? I'm a family who, like, if you have a child with somebody and you bring a child into this family, you did that, not me. So I have 3 granddaughters. Their fathers or their mothers, well, one of them is my son's, the oldest son, so it would be his baby mama. She can text me and call me anytime she wants. Those daddies can text me and call me anytime they want. Reason being, and I tell my kids this, and they be so mad, but guess what? Should have been mad at yourself when you had them kids, because I told you not to invite nobody into this family. But when you invite people into this family, now they in the family. So just because you mad at them, don't make me mad at them. Y'all need to learn how to co-parent. And honestly, I don't care what y'all talking about, because if it don't pertain to my grandkids, I don't care. That's what I tell them all. My kids will tell you that. So when it comes to my grandkids, I'm going to be talking to everybody, the daddies and their mamas. Literally, I just had an interaction with one of their mamas. And again, she triggered me to the point where, lady, I'm not going to deal with you, but you heard what I said. But if I got called a mom about your son because you the mom that don't know how to raise your kid, and now your kid is interacting with my kid, me and you going to have a problem. Because I need to talk about it. Because I don't want my granddaughters being raised to be no effed up type of energy. Get your son together. Or get your daughter together. Because the thing is, when they call me, I'm not going to tell them nothing that I won't tell my own kids. And I treat them the exact same. Because again, I already warned my kids, don't introduce them to this family if you don't want them here. And once you have kids with them, you introduce them to the family. So now it's your fault. Blame yourself. Blame your mom. I'm your mom, but blame your mom. So when you blame your mom, now I'm your mom saying, I told you not to do that. So blame yourself. You already been warned. It wasn't like I didn't tell you. I told you. So it goes full circle. Good morning, Queen B. Queen my life, Queen B. So when I'm saying stuff to y'all, it's literally the same thing that happens even in my own life. I'm not telling y'all just because I just feel like talking, because I can be over here talking to myself. I literally be doing that. Like, I didn't have to go live or anything else. I didn't have to, like, I can talk to myself. I be doing that. And I be giving myself good advice, even though sometimes, like, you know, a player slip sometimes. A player slip happens to the best of us. Sometimes and let me tell y'all something. This is the other thing that's funny. So for every one of us, we have a energy that we like, a certain type of energy that we like. Man or woman, y'all have an energy that y'all like. And then you wonder why sometimes we get into some situations, but it's because of an energy that we like, right? And so when I'm telling y'all, I don't subscribe to the, you know how everybody's now all of a sudden, this person is toxic, this person is a narcissist, this person is a this, and this person is a that. I'm not judging, right? I'm not judging. Because in my mind, I be feeling like I like having fun. I'm a very fun person, right? So the energies that I normally choose to engage with, no matter what I am as a person, I'm not going to judge them for what they do. I like having fun. So I don't know how I'm going to feel about an energy that is, and it's not even about the good boy, bad boy type energy. It's just that the energy has to match. Like, I don't know how to really explain it because it's just unexplainable. It's going to take a real certain type of energy to interact with me. And God knows all about it. God know about me. So that's why even this time I didn't say, oh God, I want this, 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 and this. I didn't say that. I said, God, you send it. Because God knows what I'm attracted to. God knows what I like. God knows the things that y'all might say. How did she end up with that person or this, that, and the third? Because I like that. Mind your business. Person might be a little little toxic. But at the end of the day, I'm not judging. But I don't want nobody that is basically like, again, I know only a certain type of energy is going to be able to get through. But that's the thing. What people look at is not the same things that I look at because I'm not that energy. I'm a very free energy. I'm not going to judge. But then there's some people that I can look at and I can automatically say, like, I don't like that. You can't bring that near me at all, period. And I don't know why that's a thing. But at the end of the day, yeah, Devin, like, you know, as a woman, we just like what we like. It's like when my brother said the other day, you know, he was doing something and he came into the chat and he said something about he was drinking. And then he said he was going to call somebody's daughter. And then I said, that's funny because, and y'all, listen, if my brother went, because me and my brother used to go live, we probably going to go live in some other time, but y'all would be cracking up because it's not really a filter on certain things that happen. And like my family is very open. Like I'll be talking to my dad about some stuff and people be like, you talk to your dad about that? Yeah, that's my dad. Like, why would I not talk to my dad about that? Why would I not talk to my brother about that? So literally it's like we're very open when we communicate. So if y'all ever heard us talk, y'all would probably be cracking up because it's a lot that happens, a lot of conversation that gets talked about, and it's not really a filter on it because why does it have to be? In order for us to know stuff, we gotta, you know, kind of communicate. Thank you. I get dropped into people's lives for a reason, been extracted from some very extreme circumstances. Thank you for insight. Yes. And that does not make you a bad person or any of that. Actually, this is the thing. When I said, I know there was a devil in there and this, that, and the third, I actually loved that person. So that means I love that devil. And on top of that, what happens when a devil gets loved properly? Does it now change into something better? You know, depending upon what because maybe I didn't love the devil properly, apparently. That's neither here nor there. So I didn't do it right this time, but I have done it right on multiple occasions. I walked away when I felt like it. So that's the thing. Me and this person have had life cycles together. So at the end of the day, what are you doing, Seven? You're shaking the camera. So what if you are the very thing that is needed in a person's life at the time? And they are the very thing that you need at the time. And if you're not judging and God knows that you need that thing and that thing needs you, wouldn't that make it better? The devil don't exist if you know that it is the devil. Well, Joshua, unfortunately, if you go back and look at the video, you'll know that it's the devil too, and it existed. It totally existed. There are stories that I told you about that it existed. The devil can affect you. Oh, yes. So you're saying as long as I'm aware of it, yes, that's exactly the thing. So as long as you're aware of it, that's what he's saying. So the devil can't affect you if you know it's running game. Yes. Yeah, in a negative energy. Exactly. And if I'm a light being, and I told y'all already before, if God sends me to hell, I'm going because I know God's going to protect me. So if God sent me to love a thing, I know God's going to protect me. If I don't listen and I start doing things of my own, to be aware is to be alive. Amen. Totally. If I start doing things that are of my own and I'm not listening, then that's my own fault. What happens after that? And I take full accountability for that. So that's the difference as well, because I keep saying accountability is a thing. And when you know spirits and you know beings and you still engage, if God sent you, hopefully we planted enough seeds to help them move along forward in their journey, love them, send them on their way, and love them from a distance. Amen, Natasha. Hello. Say that again. Say that again. And so that's what I'm saying, even about the people that's being sent. I have to have some discernment. And because again, these people aren't what people would consider to say, oh, this is a healed energy. No. Even the people that Jesus had was not healed people from what people would say, because I think every single one of the apostles was something that somebody thought was less than. And I don't want to get into that because that's not what we're here for. But literally, if anybody can be used in any position in any place is what I'm basically getting at. So if you were already the top of the line and the best of the best, then yeah, go with God. But from what I understand and from where I'm sitting, it's broken people in the world. Do they need to be judged for being broken? No, because we are all broken at some point in time. Somebody might say that something in me is broken because I'm sitting here saying this to you. So somebody might look and judge and say, oh, well, she's broken because of that. Talk to your mom about it and talk to God about it. That's fine. But don't try to engage with me about it, okay? Because I'm going to just pump your brakes. I'm going to get it when I'm going to get it. And you might get it also when you get it. Because the same person that you're judging, God could be potentially using you to give you a different perspective in a situation. I got to keep it real. Pisces, love having fun and conversation, be lit. I don't have a filter at times. And the people have been in my life, they are no longer around. Trust and believe they are missing all that. Oh, yes, exactly. That's what I'm getting at. DMD brothers, why did she ghost me? She wasn't meant to be in your life at that time. Or on top of that, we have to actually understand that people leave because you are too much for them. They can't deal with your energy at this moment in time. Or people leave because your energy is just not enough for them. So first and foremost, you got to ask, what is it about you that even cares? Because you can leave me today. Bye. Thank you. You weren't meant to be here. Some questions we don't even have to ask. You already know the answer. There was something there that said, the energy's not matching up. The frequency's not matching up. Something's not matching up. DMD, you might have grown past them and they see it. Yes. That's the thing. So either the frequency and the vibration is off. The alignment is off. It's just like if you get with somebody and then all of a sudden you start losing stuff. Everything starts to just spiral out of control. It's because of that connection. Break the connection. DMD word, stay on your business. Yes. Don't second guess whether or not it was you. Because clearly for you being here, you know it wasn't you. Some people see you growing and moving past them, and all they want to do is come in and create chaos. And remember, DMD, it's not the person. You be dealing with spirits of people. That ass, the energy is not lining up for real. Yes. And sometimes that's why I'm saying you can't be mad at the person, right? Because you got to be mindful that beings and entities, too much 100 and there's a coward 100. Yes. Beings and spirits jump. So there may have been an assignment you may have been her assignment, but she couldn't complete her assignment because the energy was off. And you don't realize, who put that in the comment earlier? Rejection is God's protection. You have an assignment that person is not in alignment with. And so, and if they keep you in a stage of wondering, guessing, is it me? Is it this? Is it that? They got you. So you got to get past and just know that it wasn't me. And I'm going to continue to walk this journey. And then there's somebody else. There's always going to be somebody else. Okay. Just know that. It's the thing. There's a million fish in the sea. That's literally a thing. And one of them are going to be the fish that's designed for you. But if you keep on holding on to the fish that swam away, it's a spirit and an energy that wants you to keep dwelling on, and it messes with your manifestation, just so you know. Letitia Gatewood, yes, ma'am. Man's rejection is God's divine protection. Yes. And y'all got to realize certain things mess with your manifestation. So if I could keep you in a trauma situation, a trauma bond, or if I can keep you in a anticipating about what if this, what if that, what if you messing up your manifestation? Would you continue to do it, that thing, if you knew that very thing is messing with your energy, it's messing with your time? The enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. Time, money, energy, your character. Because who them people leave you are an empty shell of who you used to be. And then now you got to go through the purge and going through the fire, going through this to figure out who you are past that energy or past that time. Yes, your thoughts get confused with your emotions. And you have to be mindful. The other thing is this. Sometimes those don't even be your emotions. It'd be a projection of somebody. Because literally before I sat down here, somebody was crying. Somebody that was projecting me energy was crying. Do I look like I was in a crying mood today? No, ma'am, no, sir, no, him, no way. I'm not there. I feel powerful. I am blessed. But somebody literally was crying, and that was the energy that they were projecting to me, was crying. Get your mom to do it. I ain't it. Send it to her. But somebody is regretful of something that they have done. That's right. That energy blocks you from the good things trying to be sent your way. Yes, because it messes with your manifestation. If I can keep you living in the past, living in the future, or living in your head, you're not focused on what you're supposed to be doing, which is the present. It's like right now, I was talking to somebody last night, and I told her, I said, I would like to know what's happening. So I don't want nobody else to think that, okay, I just got all together and I don't want to know what's happening. But literally, the thing that keeps me grounded is right here, right now, is feeling the moment. Because when it starts, oh, Prestige girl, you said you were crying. Well, somebody was crying. I know that before I started right here. But the thing that keeps me right here, right now, is I'm never going to get this moment back. Like if I'm not aware and I'm not present right here, right now, y'all are watching the making of me. I don't want to just fly through this moment and not realize how I became the me that I am. So I want to remember how everything was, everything looks, everything feels. I want to remember that when I started to realize what energy's mine, what energy's not mine, I'm doing some other new stuff that I'm trying to figure out how that happens. And it's just been some stuff. Hey, Aaron, excuse me. It's just been some stuff that I just have been made aware of recently that how did that happen? And eventually I'm gonna figure it out. But the point of it is when I saw it, the emotion that I had. So when you try to zip past stuff and not feel or dwell in the moment that God has given you, that is making you, setting you up, you're doing yourself a great disservice. And Prestige girl, you said you were crying. Let me tell you something. So, a long time ago, this was over 10 years ago. I was going through I think it was probably maybe my first major tower. And I was thinking it was the worst time of my life. And as you heard, I keep saying this, no, that wasn't it. Then something else happened, and then that was it. But then it was the best time of my life as well, right? So this particular time, I was going through a whole tower. It was stuff that was happening. It wasn't nobody around but me to deal with it. Good morning, Dion. And I'm thinking, like, God, I'm a good person. Like, what did I do for this? Let me tell you how. I literally, like, say this wall right here. I was leaning on the wall, and everybody that's in the chat, y'all know I love every race and every color, okay? But this probably get ready to shock y'all, and it's funny probably. But I literally slid down the wall like a little white lady. It was very dramatic, right? And I'm not lying, because that was the image that I had in my head. Like, I literally slid down the wall crying like a little white lady, and all I was thinking was, and this was my very words out of my mouth, I said, God, please let me remember this moment. Please let me remember how I felt at this time. Because literally, that was when I said I fell from grace, and I wanted to remember the time so I would never do it again. But if the feeling just goes away and you just get back to the good memories and this and the third, you'll forget. So even when a person betrayed me, even all the things that are happening right now, and a person feeling like I want to remember all of it, because literally that is going to make me remember to not do this or not do that, or not put myself in this predicament, or not become whatever it is. Literally, just like how a person said, God sent me to help you, because this is how all this started. People feeling entitled to you, your energy, this, then, a third. God sent me to help you. And then when they felt like it was enough, or I was becoming too big, then they wanted to take back and destroy everything that they thought they were entitled to, because they showed me a thing. Not because they put in the work or the time or the effort or the this or the that. It was because they felt like, because they showed it to me, they were responsible for my success. But also, let me tell you this. Everything that person touched, everything that person destroyed, God made that person return everything. And I want to say way more than times 10, because that person had to make sure that and it was almost like, as I was watching it happen, I'm like, okay. But that person thought they were bigger than God. That person thought that they had authority over my life. And that's why I keep saying to anybody that connects with me, you didn't make me, so you surely won't break me. There's nothing you could do to break me. At the end of the day, and this is the other thing, I don't have an attachment to things. I don't even have an attachment to people, because I just told y'all about my kids. So the thing is, several times I have literally just walked away from my life and restarted. Because I'm an energy that can do that. I'm an energy that I'm not lazy. I'm not entitled. I'm not all the things that those types of people, that those types of energies feel like they, need. I'm not that. I'm not that. And I feel like a lot of the times when I was doing stuff, I might make things look easy, but people don't realize the amount of work that it takes in order to obtain or get through any of the things that I did. Because even when I was working and doing the studying for the other thing and everything else, I cried. Like there was nights that I cried because I'm over here saying, it's a lot. It's a lot. But when you ask for stuff or when you are manifesting things, you have to know that it's a lot. It's going to be a lot. And are you willing to put in the effort? Are you willing to do the thing that it's going to take to get you to the next level? And if y'all are really paying attention to me, because right now y'all are seeing everything. I'm a movement in action. So literally, this page that I'm talking to y'all and that I'm doing readings on, that I'm engaging with y'all on, and I'm also now doing the phone calls and the meets and all this other stuff. But yet also my other channel. Matter of fact, let me put this in here. So if y'all are on YouTube on this channel, please go and subscribe to my other channel because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers over there. I'm also just trying to increase my social media presence, period, because literally these are the things that I'm being led to do, because there's more than just us that are here that are in the same boat. So I'm doing every single one of these things because I'm being led to do it. And it's a lot of work. But once things are set up, and then, and it's probably still going to be a lot of work. And it's a lot of work at this level. So can you imagine it being whatever anybody can imagine it being on a higher level? Although then, there's people around, coming to help or whatever. But can y'all just imagine that? But meanwhile, y'all can see me doing the work. I'm very consistent. There's videos going up on here. There's videos going up on there. There's video. And sometimes it's not the same video, but sometimes it's the same video. I got to post the same video because otherwise, and I haven't been taking days off because literally I'm trying to get the stuff done. But that's also me being mindful too, because at some point in time, it's going to be days off, but there's provisions being put in place to where even when there's days off, it's still working. Because people being guided is not taking days off. Like, because every day there's a new person showing up that is being stuck on the loop, that is being placed over whatever is happening, and people needing to get out and not being caught up in whatever's happening on over there. Because I don't know what it is, but it seems like it's a continual loop that keeps spinning, and every day somebody gets sucked into the loop, and that is like the tarot, and they come in for guidance, and they're being led to the slaughter. Like, why is that happening? And there's good people that are actually just going through a situation. Okay, this happened in my life, that happened in my life, and now I'm being led to tarot to kind of get myself out of it because I'm trying to gain a little insight into what's happening. And then you come across somebody who has no good intentions for you at all, period. They just telling y'all anything. And then when you're trying to get connected with them, you can't get to the comments. You don't know why this is this and why this is that. The first thing that I paid attention to was, because I was going through the dark night of the soul. And meanwhile, just so y'all know, I was already doing tarot before, but I wasn't doing tarot then. And then when I enter into the chat for it now, because this is where you're being led to, because, okay, you're in the dark night of the soul, you got to figure out how to get out. And at that time, I wasn't picking up my cards because I just wasn't. And I was told to listen. And then as I'm listening, the person saying, okay, you got STDs. The person got STDs. And I'm not knowing that. What are they talking about? STDs? Like, I've been over here by myself and this, then, the third, and then, spiritually transmitted demons. But because I know that, but what about a person that don't know? You see what I'm saying? Oh, your person having a baby. My person can't have a baby. But because I know the tarot terms. So, but imagine a person that wasn't me. You see what I'm saying? And then they're hearing certain things, and I'm being led for guidance, and then here you go, triggering me even further. And I don't know what to do or how I got here. All I know is I was led to this specific person, and now this specific person is talking crazy. And I'm already feeling like I'm crazy because I just, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't matching. Certain things wasn't happening. Did she bite that? Did she bite that? Because why she look like she was scared? That's my son, y'all.
Yes, she did.
Because she looked like she was scared when you did that. It just gave me the feeling like, okay, because she jumped up, it kind of like made me look like there were times I laid on the ground and felt position alone. It was so painful, but such a healing release. Those moments help keep us grounded, make us who we are, keep us humble and understanding. Yes. And that's also grounding. So that's like spiritual things that people don't realize, like, excuse me, when they're being sent energy, what to do, because they don't know, they're new here. And literally, even when I was like, because I told you I was out in the truck when stuff started to happen, and I'm like, I can't just get out and start grounding because I'm in the middle of stuff. And then I realized there's ways of me getting it done. So even then, when I was there, I would take in bath salts. Bath salts are really good. You know, I would stand in the middle of the, because I was being sent so much energy, I didn't know what was happening. And take a basin of water. And for those of y'all who don't know what a basin is, it's like a little bucket that you wash up in. And if you know what a basin is, hey, y'all know. Pour bath salt in it and stand in the basin of water to try to get rid of some of the energy. Too much of there. I cried for 5 months, days and nights. I went to tarot, but I'm glad I have a relationship with my Heavenly Father and know the healing I'm working. I'm not crying as much. Thank you, God. I'm on my way to get the keys to my new apartment. Congratulations. Have a blessed and beautiful day. And that's the thing that she's saying. Having a relationship with God, totally the master key. That's the master key. But the thing even about that is people will look for a person that talks back, because a lot of people, and that was what I put in the thing. Can you hear the voice of God? Can you hear the voice of God? Because again, people will be led to you and people will say, God told me to do this. God told me to do that. If these people are being led by God to do something for you, and you hear God saying, okay, let this person, grant this person access, and then along the pathway, because again, certain people can be compromised. So once they gain access, that don't mean they can't be compromised, because of the fact that spirits, it's not the person, you're dealing with the spirit, the thing that's in it. And depending upon how they are compromised, Ricardo, I love grounding outside in the grass. Me too. That's one of my favorite things. I love hugging a tree. I feel so connected when I do the action so much. It's bringing peace and honesty. Yes. Grounding, just walking around barefoot outside is totally one of my things, because I'm quick with that. And if y'all look at some of the videos before the shorts, it's me outside barefoot, just walking along, talking to God, enjoying sun. And then when I'm out in my backyard, I like make sure that my hair can have sun and everything else, because it's like a tree. I mean, like, you know, plants. You try to make sure you get enough water, and make sure y'all drinking y'all water. Okay, drink your water. Enough water, enough sun, and connecting with the earth, connecting with Mother Earth, like the best form of healing ever. Yes, barefoot all the time until the cold hits. Yes. So that's the other thing. Y'all, I was looking at some stuff, and I don't know who all wants to do this. This is just simple. Because I was telling y'all about the spiritual retreat. If y'all haven't filled out the survey, please fill out the survey. But also along with that, some different stuff happening, because I feel like we should I don't know which coast everybody's on, East Coast, West Coast, but either way, however it's going, I'll probably be on both coasts. But doing like retreats where it's like we get together and go to the ocean and, you know, pray and just get together, gather together, and have some spiritual bonding, some spiritual healing. Also, like out in, I don't know, some part of nature, somewhere, someplace, for us to do the exact same thing and do like the healing circles and things of that nature. Those stuff that I really, really want to get involved in and I really want to do. And anybody that wishes to get involved with that, please let me know. And we're going to figure it out. So once I am released from, you know, my desk and able to go outside, then that brings forth something different. And that's what I want to do. I want to do like the moon bathing and all of that type of stuff. We'll figure it out. But yeah, that's the type of vibe I'm trying to bring forth, because the connection and the healing part, everybody's working on that. Everybody's trying to get past whatever it is that they've been, you know, have gone through and moving on and moving to the next phase. And so trying to get out of the hamster wheel of whatever this cycle is, because like I told y'all before, something trying to restart or something trying to keep you in a constant form of stress or what, I don't know. Either way, I got stuff to do and I got to go this way. And my future's in front of me, not on the hamster wheel of whatever these people are trying to do and trying to keep somebody stuck and trying to keep you in them and not being able to manifest and not being able to move forward and all that other stuff. It's a no for me. So just being mindful about your energy and making sure that you are very much aware of that people are not entitled to you, your personal space, or any of that just because they're saying God sent them, or, you know, none of that. And I'm going to connect with who I want to connect with based off of who gets sent. And if you throw up red flags, that's your own fault. Don't be mad at me. Be mindful that everybody is working in their own energy, their own process. And sometimes the energy just is either not matching, or you have been compromised. The people have been compromised. And now it turns into a thing where it's like an enemy attachment. And good morning, Tay. And we need to be very mindful and very clear about that. Doesn't make the person any less, you know, of a good person or anything else. It's just that they're being attacked. But I can't hold your hand while that's happening. That's a level up and an ascension that you have to go through, or a person has to go through, as we all do. We all have to go through our own stuff. I went through it. Y'all gonna go through it. If you haven't went through it, a lot of y'all done already been through it. That's why you're here. And so making sure that you're being mindful of the connections that you're making and making sure you're not setting yourself back, because everything, listen, if y'all don't listen to nothing else, be mindful that everything is a test. Everything is a test and nothing is a coincidence, okay? Nothing. The way it's happening is the way the alignment is supposed to be, and make sure that you're just paying attention. So if you feel like somebody was sent as a trigger for you, you don't got to ask me about it. The minute you thought it is when it happened. It's true. You are using your discernment in the proper form and fashion. And that's why a lot of us end up in some of the stuff we end up in, because we didn't listen to our first mind. So be mindful. Don't let that happen, because again, I already see a cycle trying to happen that I just already came through. And was I going to catch the fact that the person said, God sent me to help you? It's a trick of the enemy, because it's coming with too much. And I don't need that right now. What I need is to be on my mind and on my guard and on my what is it I've been telling y'all? Stand your guard, stand your ground. They trying it. If we give them access and they succeed, it's our own fault because we were given the keys to know that discernment is real. Trust your intuition. So that's it. That's all. That's what I wanted to give y'all today. And hopefully I did my due diligence in bringing y'all the message. And yeah. If anybody got any questions, then now's your time. Speak now or forever hold your peace, or leave it in the comments, the other comments, and we'll go from there. So I love y'all and thank y'all for coming, and I'll see y'all on the other side with I'm gonna be doing a lot of readings today. And just so y'all know, the other readings are there in case of whatever other sign you have in your chart. Drink milk and honey. Okay. Look, that sounds like a spiritual bath I need to be about to take. Thank you, Joshua. Joshua, and I look forward to talking to you soon. I sent you a link last night because I was trying to it was a FaceTime link. Thank you, Ricardo. Anybody that is interested in doing spiritual healing, let me know, because it's via this right here that we doing. It'll be one-on-one with me and you, and we'll go from there. But I'm Gary post to schedule the link for y'all to book and schedule with me, and we'll go and do that. But if you're interested in just doing a Google Meet where we just be talking, let me know, because Joshua, I added you last night. I'm sure you probably didn't get the email till late, but I was just adding a group of people and a bunch of people to talk, and anybody that clicked in was able to click in. Anybody that, if I have your email, then I'll be able to add you. But if I don't, then send me your email, Letitia. Because literally last night, we just was on talking. I don't think too many people got it. Natasha, I sent it to you. I don't think you saw it. The same link you sent was something that went across my radar. So it was something. Oh, I don't know. It was just us in there talking. So it was only me and another lady that was in there. That was it. So, and it's funny because I know what went across your radar. So I'm gonna send you a message, and probably I'll just go and talk to you by yourself, but I'll tell you why it went across your radar. I am cracking up. And you are right. It was something. You didn't miss it. It was right, because literally that's how this message came about. So literally what you're saying, you were not wrong. You caught exactly what it was. But apparently it wasn't meant to be for, the conversation. So but that's what was happening that let me know. So your intuition and discernment was proper. But let me know when you're free, and then me and you could do a one-on-one. I'll send you the link for it. But anybody else, if you want to get in later on when it's everybody talking or whatever, and we just, then I'll let you know. Yes. All right. I love y'all. Thank y'all. See everybody later.